And we're back. Today we're taking a look at another old pulp magazine I pulled out of storage. This one is Planet Stories from September of 1953. Got this great cover art, which is uncredited, but it's probably Kelly Freas cover. Freas did a lot of work in the pulps and paperbacks and science fiction and other things during this period. Take a look here. Got table of contents. And the letters section is always first in these magazines. And the first thing that we get to then, first story, is Bunzo Farewell by Charles V. DeVette. And the cover illustration on this one is by Ed Emshwiller, another very noteworthy artist from this period. Some cool bug people there. Next story we've got is The Flight of the Eagle by Saul Galaxan. And if you look at that name, it's like kind of obvious pen name, I suppose. Galaxan was a pen name for Alfred Koppel, who had another story in this same issue. So, I mean, that would have been one of the things that the editors did. If you got two stories by the same person, they're going to ask the person to take a pen name so it doesn't look like the one person's kind of getting too much credit there in that magazine. We want the reader to have a feeling of variety there. We've also got Miss Tweedum's Ellogarson by Robert Moore Williams, who did a lot of other science fiction during this period. Kind of cool illustrations there on that one. And then I think this is maybe one of the most interesting things in this magazine anyhow. We've got The Unreconstructed Woman by Hayden Howard. And the illustration here is by Wally Wood, who's very well known for lots of comic book artwork and related things in the 50s. Got the signature, just Wood, right there. That is pretty cool. We've got, here's the other Alfred Koppel story, right? So not Saul Galaxan anymore, but Preview Apparel. Now it's Alfred Koppel Jr. And he went on to write quite a few other things in the 50s, 60s, up into the 80s, I believe. And artwork on this one is by Ray Houlihan. Signature down there. Where Sex Met Space by J.W. Groves. Uncredited artwork on this one. And then we've got Death Star by James McKimmey Jr. Cover art on, or interior artwork on this one is by Eberly, Joseph Eberly. We get one more story in this issue. The Ark of Mars. I have to wonder if Death Star inspired anything by anyone we've seen since. Anyway, The Ark of Mars here by Lee Brackett. Speaking of Star Wars, Lee Brackett was co-writer of The Empire Strikes Back, wrote a lot of other great science fiction. This cover art on this one is uncredited. And when we flip through, that one goes for most of the way to the end. We get more letters at the end. The final ad, where you can now be getting 42 to 47 miles per gallon from your car in 1953. Good wonder. And back cover, we've got the radio television technician ad. You see that on a lot of these. Got the spine, and again back to the front cover with the Kelly Freas, more than likely Kelly Freas artwork. All right, so that's a pretty cool issue there. Hope you like looking at that with me. It'll go back to storage now, and I will be back with some others for you. If you like these, you want to check out more of my pulps, I'll be happy to post more of these. Go ahead and subscribe, and if you're interested in reading some retro science fiction, You can check out my books. Info is in the comments. Thanks a lot.